Next on Worcester News tonight, two brothers whose arrests were caught on camera face a judge today. Plus, a central Massachusetts community adding more recreational marijuana shops to town, positioning themselves in a leader in central Massachusetts. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Two brothers facing a judge today. According to police, they kicked and fought back against officers, placing them under arrest. Part of the incident was caught on camera and has been causing a lot of controversy in the city. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us now with the details. Roslyn?
Olivia, the two brothers appeared in court with physical injuries but declined to comment about what happened. 23-year-old Mitchell Lugo and 27-year-old Zachary Lugo face a judge Tuesday.
Assault and battery, attempt to disarm police officer.
The two had a violent confrontation with police outside of the Riviera Show Club. It was caught on camera and ends with police throwing punches. In court, Mitchell is seen wearing a sling, Zachary with bruises on his face.
I feel like they shouldn't have used that much force.
Brittany Lee recorded the incident early Sunday morning.
There was a confrontation going on between them and some other guys, and the police had told them to leave or something. They wouldn't leave, just really drunk and screaming and flailing around, and then finally the police officer tried to arrest him.
Police say the brothers resisted arrest. According to court documents, Zachary attempted to punch Officer Mason with his right fist, but missed him. They also state Zachary attempted to reach Officer Mason's firearm in an apparent attempt to disarm him. Both brothers declined to comment outside the courtroom. Worcester Police Chief Stephen Sargent says after initial review, the use of force falls within their policy. Police just released data last week showing in 2017, less than 0.5% of arrest cases had an unnecessary force complaint. Now, it's unclear whether the two believe police used unnecessary force. They were both released on personal recognizance and will be back in court in July. Roslyn Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Three men face a judge Tuesday. Police say they found a loaded handgun inside their vehicle. According to Worcester Police, the men revved the car's engine and drove quickly by a cruiser. Police stopped them and say the driver, Wilfredo Reyes, is a known gang member. Police say one of the men, Jonathan Torres, gave incorrect information to police. All three are facing multiple charges, including unlawful carrying a loaded firearm and improper storage of a firearm. The town of Uxbridge is looking to add more businesses to the community, but some residents are concerned recreational marijuana shops may not be the best idea. Meanwhile, the Board of Selectmen say it will help the town. Our Chandler Walsh has the details. Chandler?
Olivia, so far 5 businesses have approached the town, but a selectman I spoke to says there are also more inquiries from a few more. Uxbridge has 3 host agreements with recreational marijuana businesses and is working on 2 more. The small town has a good percentage of the 16 license applications already completed in Worcester County.
Our community's been one of the leaders as far as opening up our zoning and getting our bylaws in place.
Town Selectman Susan Franz says a majority of the town's population voted in favor of recreational marijuana, though there are still mixed opinions among residents.
I think it causes a lot of problems for people.
Anything that is going to help this economy in this town in particular, which has suffered since the 1960s when we lost the majority of our textile industry, I think it's fine.
The businesses need to meet with Uxbridge Police and review their security plans before getting a license from the Cannabis Control Commission. Fran says many are interested in Uxbridge because the town put out clear rules early. She expects the establishments would bring in sales to help with town services.
We don't have any past numbers to work with, but I'm guessing a very baseline projection would be at least $500,000 a year, maybe $1 million a year.
Fran says there are roughly 200,000 open acres for marijuana businesses in Uxbridge, and the companies are bringing other types of businesses with them, which can help the local economy.
We have some businesses which just want to grow. We have some businesses that just want to create products like oils and those sorts of things, and they're now able to site next to each other.
The town's bylaws allow for 4 basic categories with 3 businesses in each, though Franz says they're filling up fast and the town may revisit their bylaws at their next meeting. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Chandler. A new Chinese biomanufacturing facility is coming to the city and will bring 150 jobs with it. Wuxi Biologics is based in Hong Kong. They announced plans on Sunday to build a $60 million building on Belmont Street. Worcester is the company's first location in the United States. The close to 100,000 square foot facility will be constructed in the new Worcester Biomanufacturing Park. A father and son from central Massachusetts are celebrating a unique accomplishment. James and Mike Miola have now seen a game at all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums. This week, they flew out west to cap off their 15-year journey. Our Cam Jandro has the story.
For James and Mike Miola, going to the ballpark is a love they both share.
We headed to Toronto to see the Boston Red Sox play the Toronto Blue Jays because his favorite player was Manny. And that was 2004, and that's when the journey began.
The father-son duo made it their mission to visit every ballpark in Major League Baseball. And after watching the Arizona Diamondbacks play at Chase Field Monday, the journey was complete.
It's bittersweet to be over with. It's a great accomplishment to finish it off. Nothing better than finishing doing this with my dad. Wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
Over the last 15 years, the Miolas have seen a no-hitter, local guys playing in the big leagues, and hundreds of games. They say there is just something about baseball, though, which separates it from other sports.
Baseball is the one game I feel that brings the generations together. You can't put a dollar value on the time spent with your son and the memories that are being made.
After sitting in all 30 stadiums, the two say San Francisco and Pittsburgh are among their top picks. But their first order of business when they get back to Massachusetts is a visit to their favorite of all the ballparks.
Fenway's just an unbelievable ballpark, and all that history, there's nothing like it. And seeing all these parks is awesome, but Fenway is almost like a wonder of the world. It's unbelievable.
Now for the Miolas, the only ballpark they haven't been able to make it to is the new SunTrust Park in Atlanta, which opened up last year, but they say they want to get there as soon as possible. In Worcester, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
The Webster Square Business Association awarding businesses in the city Monday who are making a difference. The annual awards highlight a Business of the Year, Community Service Award, and Educator of the Year. The WSBA also giving out 8 scholarships to high school seniors who live in the Webster Square area. President Michael Marchand says each student gets $1,000 and it's great to give back.
8 students furthering their education to the collegiate level, and they are all from the Worcester area. They either go to South High School or live in the Webster Square area, or their parent or themselves is an employee or member of the Webster Square Business Association.
And Marchand says Webster Square is seeing an increase in businesses. He says the organization is working with the city to try and boost the morale further in the area. An exciting ride to school Tuesday for a Northbridge High School student. Shawn Beckham is a part of the school's Best Buddies program, and today he got to ride to class in style. Northbridge High School student Shawn Beckham jumps into a police cruiser. This is how he got to school Tuesday with lights flashing and a big smile.
Firefighter, police officers, and guy, policeman.
This morning I arrived at Shawn's house and greeted him with lights and sirens and announced over the PA that I was here to bring him to school. He came running out the door, jumped in the back seat without even asking.
Shawn earned a police escort to school by winning a raffle at the school's Friend Fest.
We were all rooting for Shawn to get this one, and he did, so it worked out really well. And I think he was the best person to receive this.
Amanda Fantuccio is a speech-language pathologist and runs the Best Buddies chapter at the school. She says it's important for students with developmental disabilities to interact with their classmates.
I think it's a fantastic thing for inclusion to be so well known and so practiced everywhere.
Shawn's sister Alex says her brother is well-liked and shining a light on him is important.
It means it's one step towards overall inclusion in the rest of the schools in this country, in the world, and it's just a nice feeling to have, knowing that there's things in place to help these kids out.
Meanwhile, Shawn says he really enjoyed the ride, but the treats were his favorite part.
Sorry donut, white donut, power, took a quiz donut.
Definitely an exciting day for Shawn.